Welcome to the Workplace Minute, powered by H3HR Advisors and sponsored by Paychex, one of the leading providers of HR, payroll, retirement, and software solutions for businesses of all sizes. My name is Steve Boese. More Americans now living farther from their workplaces as a result of flexible work. An increasing number of American workers now report living farther away from their workplaces than prior to the pandemic, according to new research from Stanford University and others. From an analysis of employee movements in approximately 5,800 small and mid-sized U.S. businesses covering the years 2018 to 2023, the study found that compared to 2019 levels, employees' average distance from their home to their employer has risen 2.7 times. The mean distance from an employer's home to their workplace rose from 10 miles in 2019 to 27 miles at the end of 2023. And the share of workers living more than 50 miles from their employer rose more than fivefold, from 0.8% to 5.5%. Further breaking down the data, the researchers observed that employees from 30 to 39 years old live farthest away from their employer, and the distance has risen the most among this group. Plus, the highest earning workers are driving the rising distance from work. In 2018, workers earning over $250,000 per year lived 12 miles from work. By 2023, the distance for these high earners had increased to 42 miles. Additionally, employees hired after the pandemic began are the catalyst behind the rise in distance from home to the employer. By the end of December 2023, workers hired since the pandemic began work an average of 35 miles from their employer, compared to only 16 miles away among workers who were hired before the pandemic hit. The increase in remote and hybrid work has been one of the most important and long-lasting economic legacies of the COVID-19 pandemic, a change reflected in the increasing distance the average worker lives from his or her employer. Despite many pronouncements about the death of remote and hybrid work, the survey data tell a different story. Employees now live almost 3 times as far on average from their employers than before the pandemic. And nearly 4 years on, while much of the public conversation around remote work is focused on the country's largest companies mandating returns to the office, this study shows that for small and mid-sized businesses, there remains a sustained pattern of workers living further away from their employers' office locations. We will continue to monitor and report on the important trends and issues around work flexibility and remote working here on the HR Happy Hour Media Network. That's it for the Workplace Minute, powered by H3HR Advisors.